Hitting hard with Jon Chuckery here on Locked On Sports Atlanta. Head to youtube.com, put Locked On Sports Atlanta in the search browser. Hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment. Free and available to download all your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify and Odyssey. Download us for free today. Leave us a 5-star review. Check us out now. Amazon Fire, Roku. We are available on those platforms as well. And then follow me, excuse me, on my personal Twitter page at JMCH316. One player on the roster that was conspicuous by his absence on Sunday was the draft pick, 5th-round draft pick, Tyler Allgeier. Now, Arthur Smith was asked about why Allgeier wasn't on there, and he talked about how they were going heavy at tight end. They're big tight end packages. We're going to run the football, blah, 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 blah. Okay, all right. I got all that. Allgeier, just for quick reference, okay? In the preseason, 4 receptions, 14 yards, and a touchdown. Running the football, 17 carries, 68 yards. That's 4 yards per attempt with a rushing touchdown, okay? Allgeier had a really nice training camp preseason. And Steve Weish, among others, talked about how much of a role he's going to have in the offense. And, you know, some people were saying he may lead us in carries and stuff like that. Well, he sure as heck ain't going to lead you in carries if he can't get on the football field. Okay, here's another message to coach, okay? Yeah, big tight ends, blah, 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 blah. With all due respect to Damien Williams, okay? Get Allgeier on the field. We need Allgeier on the field. I want to see – everybody talks about Ritter. I want to see what Allgeier's got. You know, this is a guy that was given a nice load in the preseason, obviously spent a lot of time with the offense and being a part of the game plan. Get him in. If that means Franks is inactive, if that means a tight end is inactive, if that means Damien Williams, who, with all due respect to Damien Williams, I'm fine with Damien Williams being on the active roster or being on the roster. But again, he showed you on Sunday, 4 plays in, he's hurt already. That's his NFL career is I'm hurt, I'm beat up, I'm banged up, I'm out for a while. I get having on the 53 having Damien Williams, but get Tyler Allgeier in there. He gained 17 carries and 4 receptions in the preseason. Get him in there. Again, it's great to talk about the fantasy and the stat. Oh, he did this. Well, what difference does it make if a guy can't get on the field? And he can pass protect for you. He can do enough things that where everybody talks about London, Desmond Ritter, Ebiketie, this. Well, let's see Tyler Allgeier because he was one of the guys that was really hyped up through the preseason, through the offseason, through training camp. Again, guys like Steve Weish, who I love, those guys are writing about what a role he can have. And then we get to week 1 and he's inactive. Huh? What? I mean, if he's hurt, I get that. But not a peep or a poop or a pop or a pip about he was hurt on Sunday. It was a matter of, because Arthur Smith addressed this at his press conference, that because they went heavy at tight end, they had one less running back. And okay. Look, I understand the head coach has a better grasp on this roster than all of us do, okay? But there's an old saying that my NFL friends that I work with say to me all the time, okay? Football is easy. Coaches make it hard. And that's what we've gotten in some of this stuff. Forget what Arthur said the other day after the game about everybody wrote us off and this, that, and the other, okay? But what's not helping is when our top-tier pass catchers aren't getting red zone targets, when a guy that everybody thinks we're going to count on and we're all hyped about doesn't even get activated on Sunday. Okay? I don't need to see Damien Williams. I know what Damien Williams is. He's just a guy in the league. He's a guy that's played a bunch of years, never done a whole lot. He's been hurt. Let me see what I've got with Allgeier. And again, we talk about things that have to change from one Sunday to the next. This is another thing that has to change. I don't care what kind of packages you run. If it literally comes down to, do I want Damien Williams or Tyler Allgeier active on Sunday, it's Tyler Allgeier. I know I already have the book. I got the book and I'm looking at it. I'm reading. I know what Damien Williams is. I've got that book written. I don't know about Tyler Allgeier. I don't know what and look, maybe he's a bust. Maybe by week 12, we realize that this guy's got no future in the NFL. I don't know. But if he's not even active and playing on Sunday, I don't know anything about him. All I get is hype and in Michigas and hope for 1-2 and all this kind of stuff. Get him on the field. Get him active. Get him on the field for Sunday. So while number one is get your 2 top 10 pass catchers involved in the red zone offense and get me some touchdowns out of those guys, like we've preached all summer. That has been something that, the media has been preaching all summer. And even Kyle Pitts said, I got to get more touchdowns. Okay, well, let's get it. Let's get it. Tyler Allgeier needs to be on the field. If you drafted him, get him on the field. If you don't think he can play and you don't think, or he's hurt, then give us something. Again, we're so coy about, with all due respect, for one of the worst rosters in the NFL, we're so coy about how we handle our roster. It's not like we're sitting all these superstar players. It's not like our roster's got, it's not like we have to ask coach, hey, where's Gronkowski at? Hey, what's going on with Tom Brady? We don't have to ask him those questions. I don't want to have to ask about Tyler Allgeier for another week. So find a way to get him on the field and get him mixed up in the offense. He's a between the tackles runner. Cool. Get him between the tackles, run the football. He can catch some passes out of the backfield. Cool. Get him some passes, get out of the backfield. And if you tell me that he can't pass block, if you give me some legitimate reason other than we went with big tight end package and we didn't have the others. Okay. This is where you get frustrated as a fan. How are we going to evaluate the roster if guys aren't on the field? How do I know what Tyler Allgeier is or is not if he's not on the field? And it caught everybody by surprise that he wasn't active on Sunday. That has to change. With all due respect to Damien Williams, I saw enough to know what Damien Williams is. He's going to be another guy beat up, banged up, 5 plays, I'm out, I'm hurt, I'm not back, I'm this. Okay, I don't need to go through that right now. If I'm going to evaluate for the future, then get me Tyler Allgeier on the field. So I'm going to assume that come Sunday, he will be active. I don't have to hear about big tight end packages or this or that or whatever's going on. I know I'm not going to have to hear about that. Get me my draft pick on the field. Let's see what he's got. And if he falls on his face, okay, at least I have evaluated him. At least I've evaluated him in real NFL competition. And at least it starts with the Super Bowl champions, right? That I get to evaluate him with. All right, well, thank you so much for making Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery your first listen every day. Make ATL Day Ones your second listen every day. My friends Jarvis Davis and Nitra Batiste talking about all things in the heart of the city of Atlanta. They're free and available on our YouTube page. Don't forget Amazon Fire, Roku. Check us out on those platforms now. Download us for free on all your favorite podcast platforms, including Spotify and Odyssey. And follow me on my personal Twitter page. That would be at JMCH316. Back with you tomorrow. Hittin' Hard with Jon Chuckery, Locked on Sports Atlanta.